Hey friends, if you're looking for quick tips to help you jumpstart your week, you are in the right place. I'm Lori Palau, host of the popular weekly podcast, Organized Life, founder of Simply Be Organized. And every Monday, I am here to bring you a quick organizing tip in under 15 minutes. All you have to do is click the subscribe or follow button wherever you're listening, and let's get started. Hi, everybody, and welcome to today's tip of the week. I am your host, Lori Palau, and happy to have you here. Rounding out the month of October. It has been a super busy month for us. I'm sure it's been busy for you. Just a reminder, people have been asking about our clutter coaching, what it is, who it's for, what that's like. So just real quickly before we dive in to the episode, again, it's therapy for your clutter. So if you are struggling with emotional attachments, setting boundaries, trying to communicate and get your family on board, learning how to say no, all of the more mindset things, less of the physical clutter and more about how do I go about changing my mindset and either taking action or reevaluating whatever I'm doing that hasn't been working. What can I do differently? That is why we designed our clutter coaching. We have a ton of great professional organizers that are the roll up your sleeves, do it for you, do it with you people. So wherever you live, if you're looking for someone like that, we can recommend it. But sometimes people need something a little bit more specific and targeted to the mindset approach. And once they have that, then they feel empowered to be able to tackle their clutter on their own. And it's a much more affordable option for a lot of people out there that maybe don't have the disposable income to hire an outsider to come in and help them do this. So we'd love to talk to you about our clutter coaching options. It's something that I love working with our clients. We've got people that are of all ages and life stages because clutter isn't immune to anybody. So wherever you are in your journey, if this is something that you would like to learn more about, hop on my calendar for a discovery call. I'm happy to chat with you and see if this is a good fit for you. So we'll drop that link in the show notes and look forward to helping you. And I know holidays can be tough for a lot of people when it comes to commitments, spending money, gift giving, all of these things. And all of this has the through line with clutter and organization. And I want to be that objective person if you need it. So anyway, back to today's episode. So today's episode is all about filing and submitting insurance claims. Now, I don't know about you, but we have a lot of different doctors that we go to. Each of us have our own ailments in our home that we take medicine for, that we see regular doctors for, that we see specialists for. And some of our doctors are out of network. And what does that mean? It means that maybe we are paying and then we would get reimbursed. And for a lot of people, maybe whether that's going to the dentist or going to the eye doctor or whatever it is, and you get claims, even for the vet, if you have pet insurance and maybe you've gone to the doctor a bunch. A lot of times mental health professionals don't take insurance, but so you pay for it out of pocket, but your insurance company has a reimbursement plan. And so if you're like me, I don't submit a claim every single time I go see a doctor that is out of my network. So what we often do is allow things to pile up. And I'm going to tell you, total truth here, we submitted some claims from a therapist, and it was 8 months of claims that I was like, holy moly. We had gotten kind of those, you get a super bill if anybody goes to therapy and you go weekly or bi-monthly or whatever. And the doctor will give you what's called a super bill, which is they'll take all of it from a block of time and then just give you one big bill. So it's not like they have to send you an invoice every week. But then at the end of the month, they're like, okay, these were the sessions and they have their doctor codes on them. And so we get them. But Josh or I, whoever was responsible for doing it, we did not submit the claims. We had 8 months of claims that were submitted. Our reimbursement was a couple $1,000s. And you guys, I was just sitting on that. And that is not to say, oh, we have so much money that we can afford to do it. No, are you kidding me? It was just crazy town. So it made me think, oh my gosh, life is busy for so many of us. And especially if you've got kids and you're like in school and working, and now we have the holidays. I always try to tell people if you can do this, maybe even quarterly, it would be great. Set a reminder. And I'm going to start doing this myself is just set a quarterly reminder of, okay, every few months, so do I have any claims to submit? And that way you don't have to let them bulk up and then submit them late, or even worse, not submit them at all. Because if I had just like forgotten about them, that's money that was owed to us that we had already paid in through our health insurance. And as part of our insurance, like that was our reimbursement. But I still have to be the one to do it. And so I don't know who's handling that mental load in your house, if that's you, if that's your spouse. But one of the things that I think is really important is to decide kind of who's going to be in charge of that and set that reminder of submitting the claims. Now, sometimes you can do it really easily online. Sometimes it's easier to print them out. Every insurance company is different. What's going to work for you is going to be different, but it is really a good idea to maybe have that separated and maybe even make the specific categories. If you know that there are certain doctors that you see that you will submit out of pocket, just have that checklist for yourself as opposed to relying strictly on your memory of, hey, do I have any? Just say, okay, I know that this doctor I submit claims for, this doctor I submit claims for, this doctor I submit claims for. And then just quickly go through, did I see that doctor within this particular time frame? Yes or no? If I did, go in and you should be able to check your portal online. Or if you're old school and you want to have just like a file, like a little file folder, if you're watching on YouTube like this, like a little manila folder, and you could just keep all of your submitted claims here. And then once you get paid on them, then you can shred them or file them, whatever you want to do. But just have them handy so that, because otherwise we're likely to forget with everything else on our plate. And I don't want you to be in a situation where you are losing out on money that is owed to you. And that's almost what happened to us. So I'm still waiting on my reimbursement, and I actually have to follow up on that, to be honest. That's it. That's my tip of this week, is to submit any outstanding claim forms. And if you found this episode useful, do me a favor and click that share button, because I'm sure that there's somebody out there listening or that's not listening that could benefit from this episode. Until next week, I'm Lori Plow. I hope you and your kids, if you have them, have a great, fun Halloween, and I will talk to you in November next month. All right, I'll see you.